I hear the train a-comin', it's comin' round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. See, I'm stuck in... Oh, hey, Guardo, man, we're back again, yeah. Hey, this is for the March 19th fight between Vitali Klitschko and Odlanier Solis. And it's for the WBC title. And this prediction fight, so I'm going to break down both fighters, and then I'll give you my prediction, at the end of it. Start out with Vitali Klitschko, who is 41, 2-0. Yeah, 38 knockouts for an 88% knockout ratio. And, at 39, you start to question how much is left in the tank. How much does he have in? Well, let's look at the Shannon Briggs fight. What did he do to Shannon Briggs? Well, he had multiple, fractures under both his eyes. He had a left orbital fracture. He had a broken nose. He had a concussion. People thought he was going to die. Briggs, they say, he tore his left bicep in the first round. I don't know about that, but, you can't really tell. But it seemed like in the fourth or fifth, something was wrong with his bicep. I completely tore my right one a while back. It sucks, and if you completely tear it, you can't use it at all. So he was able to throw his arm, so it was a partial tear. We know he has the stamina for days. We know he can go all the way through. He also threw over 725 punches in that fight, so for a heavyweight, he's active. That's over 60 punches around. Do the math, figure it out. It's like 61 punches, 61 point some punches around. Can't do all the math for you. Do it a little bit yourself. He's got a great jab. He's got a great hook. He's got a right hand. He's the more aggressive of the two brothers. He has a nasty streak. Likes to get in there and hammer you. He counter punches well. Keeps you at a distance. Keeps those hands down so you really can't see where the punches are coming. And he's a very, very good boxer. He makes you suffer for any mistake that you make. If you overextend yourself, he bashes you in the face. If you throw a punch and drop your hand, he smacks you upside the head. It's one of those. His chin is like granite. He's an excellent fighter overall, and injuries seem to be behind him, and that was the only thing that really ever stopped him in the first place. So, looking at him, he looks like everything is still there. He's firing on all cylinders, apparently. And with the heavyweights, you tend to be able to fight at an older age than any other of the other things, except Bernard Hopkins has proven us all wrong in that thing. He's like 803, but he's still at the top of his game, and he beat Jean Pascal last time he fought. I don't care what anybody says. So, let's go over to Odlanier Solis. He's no spring chicken either. He's 30. He's almost 31. April 5th will be his 31st birthday. He's 17-0, no draws, with 12 knockouts. So that's about a 70% knockout ratio. He's got good power, not great power. He beat Monty Barrett with a second-round knockout, but any good fighter has done that to Monty Barrett. Monty Barrett's he's a solid heavyweight, but that's it. He was winning against Ray Austin when Ray Austin got disqualified. So that was his other basically big win. Chauncey Welliver, he beat to win the WBC International, one of those titles, and but Welliver came in like really bloated, like 280 some pounds, and while we're talking about that, that seems to be one of Odlanier's problems, is the fact that he's about 10 to 15 pounds too much in there. He could easily drop that and be able to go. He looked a bit gassed in the Ray Austin fight, so stamina will be a question, especially going up against someone like a Klitschko, because if you're not in the top physical form, they're gonna beat you down. Anyway, he's a smaller heavyweight. He's only 6'1.5", but he does have a 79-inch reach, so you like to see that. He fires out a jab. He's he's got good head and head movement, hand and head movement. What I mean by that, as he's moving, he can work the hands at the same time. He can do a lot of things. The problem is he's an aggressive heavyweight. He kind of comes at you straightforward, pushes the pace, coming at you. He's kind of active. I mean, he'll throw 55, 60 punches around. He can get gassed. That is one of his things, especially against not Barrett, but one of the other guys. Started with a B. Anyway, he gassed himself out in that one, and had to wind up, really recomposing himself. Kevin Barnett, and going in there. He keeps his head down way too much, and he's definitely open for uppercuts. Now, you'll look at him and see that he's got his head and he's looking forward, but his head's still down and he can still get popped up. You feeling me? Like he's looking straight ahead the whole time. It's not like he's looking at the ground, but it's tucked. It's tucked in. His hands are here. He's tucked in. He's coming. And that kind of makes him shorter than what he is. Smaller than what he is, too. Tyson was good at that, but Tyson was also a lot faster than this guy is. He's got good speed, but not great speed. And he can come at you he's deceptively fast for the way he looks, though. I will give him that. He's got nice hand speed, but he drops that right when he jabs, and that's going to be a very bad thing against Vitali. He's got a good chin, but he doesn't work the body as much as he should. And that could be a carryover from his amateur days. And speaking of amateur days, I mean, we're talking about this is the Cuban defector. This is the 2004 Olympic champion. He was the 6-time Cuban national champion, which is basically like their pro league, because they really don't have that professional ranks like they do here. It's a little different. That's the reason why he defected. You know what I mean? It's the reason why he got out, is because he couldn't fight pro under that. And he beat Savan, who was an Olympic great, or an Olympic fighter. He beat David Hay in the amateurs. He beat Sultan Ibragimov in the amateurs. But again, that was all the amateurs. This is not the pros are completely different than that. And if you want to know that, look at some of the fighters that are coming up now that have struggled a little bit, transitioning over to the pro game. So looking at all that, when you put it all in, it's a bad storm for him. Number one, he's overweight, and if he comes in at 240 pounds, I might change that. But coming in at 250, anything over 255, he's in trouble. He's going to be in bad trouble, because I do think he'll run out of gas. He's never fought a fighter half as good as Vitali is. That's the bottom line with that. He has not fought a fighter with the talent that Vitali Klitschko has, nor the power. So once he tastes that, and once he gets hit with that, I think the uppercuts are going to take their toll. He's going to wear down. He's going to gas out. And I think it'll be around that typical, Klitschko calling in the 9th round knockout. I don't see Solis, going past that. And, that's pretty much it for Solis. I was going to do a prospect perspective on him, but I think it ends today, next week. So I don't think I need to put one out on him. Okay, maybe I eat my words, but I highly doubt it. So that's my prediction. Please comment, rate, subscribe on this, and hey, it's a Bigragu. I'm out.